Hi, I'm Gabriel, and welcome to Bigones.Nft, where we take you through some of the biggest news, reviews, and some of the daily rankings of the biggest and sometimes smallest NFT collections on the Metaverse. Now, stay to the very end where we'll do the Randomizer, where we'll randomly select a collection on Opensea, and I'll give you my honest review, thoughts, and opinions on the project and team. Now, please smash up the like, hit subscribe, and turn that notification bell to let YouTube know you appreciate this content. Now, without further ado, let's smash into it. Okay, now we've got a lot to get through. So as usual, we're going to go through the current crypto market. And here we are on Bitcoin with up to 24K on BTC. And that's really, I wouldn't say all-time high, but definitely doing really well in the last couple of weeks, which is great to see. And of course, if we scroll down, there's a sea of green, which I'm sure everybody's excited. Now, having said that, again, it's not the all-time high, but certainly we're doing much better than we were in the last couple of weeks. And we look at Ethereum, it's at 1,795, and that's pretty darn good. So anyway, all good on the crypto front, at least for now, and we'll see what happens in the next week or so with any of the news around the world. Now, we all know what's going on, so let's keep an eye on that. Anyway, let's get to the next thing, which is June's analytics. All right, now I'm going to just turn this off so we can see the whole screen. And if we look at June's, let's just focus on the daily volume on Opensea. Of course, just Ethereum. We know they also have Polygon and Solana. And now I realize, obviously, we won't look at this because the day hasn't really ended in the US. But let's just look at where we are now, or the day before, which is the 7th of August. And we're hitting around 18 million. Now, that's definitely, if we can even just look at this, and we'll just focus on this very quickly, it's definitely doing well. Let's say slightly, I would say, above general average. All right, above general average, where we've been looking, seeing 15, 13, we can see here, so 14, 15. So here yesterday at 18 million on a daily volume is not bad. Okay, moving on to some of the top news. All right, so Gucci will now accept Bored Ape Yacht Club's cryptocurrency. So again, look, just for everybody, we're going to put all these links in the description below. So don't worry if you're not catching up right now. You can always have time later. So all the description below. So Gucci. Now, here's my quick take on this. Now, obviously, this is a great thing. Big brand like Gucci, of course, that's deemed as luxury, of course. Luxury fashion brand now putting Bored Ape Yacht Club and putting the cryptocurrency, which is obviously the Ape coin, that will then combine those two brands. Now, this is obviously a great positioning for NFTs and, of course, for Bored Ape. So positioning with this mega brand like Gucci, and of course fashion, really bringing it into the forefront and the mainstream of the market of the people and the senses. So I'm really happy to see this, and I think this is a great thing for the industry as a whole. All right, moving on. So if you look at this, Magic Eden just added multi-chain support for Ethereum and Solana, of course. Okay, now, look, obviously this is a great thing. And of course, Magic Eden, obviously, they're competing with Opensea. Let's just put it out there. Of course, now introducing Ethereum into that mix, into their chain, really just like what Opensea did by bringing Solana in. They're really trying to hit head-to-head. Now, I think competition is always good for everybody, and particularly for this industry. So I'll be very curious to see how these two, let's say, megaliths of the NFT market actually move forward and going into the future, seeing Opensea and Magic Eden. Anyway, moving on. So next, NFTs.com domain name sells for 15 million. Now, I just think this is absolutely incredible. Good or bad, I just think, obviously, for me, I would say it's good since we're in this industry. But obviously, this is a Web 2 domain name, but NFTs.com sells for 15 million. Absolutely crazy. And just goes to show how pertinent still that the word NFT is and will be So again, if you read this, again, links in the description, it's probably one of the most expensive domain names ever sold. So there you go. There you have it. NFTs.com sells for 15 million. All right. Moving on. So, Moonbirds rescind NFT commercial rights for CCO, but is it legal? All right, again, really interesting. I think this is one of the big topics, I guess, in the NFT that, be it Bored Ape Yacht Club or CryptoPunks, where CryptoPunks, they didn't really give the rights, and then Bored Ape, they did, and then now it's all under the same brand, Yuga Labs, etc., etc. So, quite interesting to say they rescind NFT commercial rights for this CCO. So, what does that really mean, and I think this is the big question in the industry as a whole, and just really being open to the buyer, to you, the buyers and the users of these NFTs, as to exactly what do you really own when you purchase an NFT. And I think this is really important for projects and teams to actually outline and really stick to their guns once they say you own this and you own all of this, or you don't own it, and you own it but you don't own XYZ. So I think that's really important for marketplaces as well, to actually give that opportunity for creators to actually state exactly what you own. So I know I'm going through this really quickly, but I think this is a great big picture question for everybody involved in NFTs, particularly if you're just an individual artist or a small-time artist looking and not really understanding, when I sell my NFT, what am I giving and what am I dishing out? So looking at from both sides of the coin. All right, let's get into the top 10. All right, so looking on Opensea top 10, and of course what we're looking here is the last 24 hours in terms of volume. All right, so, and of course today is the 8th of August, 2022, so this is what's here currently at the top 10. And now that I look at this, I'm excited. I'm seeing things that I'm really curious. Now, I haven't done a video in a couple of days, but now seeing this, Crypto Dick Butts, let's have a look at it. Weberverse Genesis Pass, Bored Ape Kennel Club, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, CryptoPunks, we know as the OG, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, Lady Ape Club, Rare Pepe YC, and Bored Ape Yacht Club, and then Moonbirds. All right, that's at the top 10. So look, I'm going to go through each one of these, and I'll give you a reason why at the end of this top 10, something really interesting, and of course I think you'll probably see it as we go through. So let's start with Crypto Dick Butts. I'm just curious myself, so again, I'm looking at this the same time as you are. So once a Utopia Gooch Island has fallen and Crypto Dick Butts have been evacuated, Series 3 features 5,200 all new Crypto Dick Butts, each with a set of randomly generated traits. Keep away from children. Interesting. All right, let's just look at them. So they got 5,200 items, now already 1,800 owners, and with a volume of 9.3 thousand ETH. So not bad at all, and a floor price of 3.89. Now with the current price, okay, let's just 1,500, 345, okay, 5,000 something. I mean, you're looking around $6,000 just for one of these Crypto Dick Butts. Now I would, and of course the best offer currently here sitting at around 3 ETH. Now, obviously, before I would jump into any of these, though, looking kind of not really my style, but not, kind of cute, I could say. Well, look, it says Crypto Dick Butts. You'd look at this, and obviously you'd want to check the website, Discord, and Twitter, and you want to check all the team, roadmap, really any utilities, which I don't think there will be. I'm not sure. Is there a roadmap that says they're going to build a whole Crypto Dick Butt metaverse? I mean, again, something that you'd want to look into if you were going to jump in. I personally wouldn't, and again, I'm not here to give any financial advice. This is just my personal opinion, and of course, for entertainment purposes only. Okay, moving on. So they're number one. So anyway, let's just put that out there, that they're number one on today's Opensea trading volume. So definitely making some kind of splash, be it a small splash or a big splash. Okay, now Weberverse Genesis Pass. Right, so again, I'd probably look more into this, and obviously there's some kind of pass, so it just says it all there. And of course Weberverse, and we can look, Weberverse Genesis Pass is a key to the open metaverse. Okay, let me put my face back on there. And again, you know, this pass allows you to participate in the upstream. Okay, so obviously some kind of pass that is the beginning of a journey, or again, some kind of roadmap taking you through different, let's say, milestones in their roadmap. Okay, so with the end being a Webverse. Again, you'd have to look into this, but look, they've got 12,000, a little over 12,000 items, close to 4,000 owners, 2,200 trading volume. Total volume, should I say, sorry, with a 0.68. Okay, so not crazy, but that's, you know, at the current price now, you got to think about that, right? So it's you're not just going to jump in. Well, I mean, I personally wouldn't. Maybe some of you out there would, but definitely I'd want to really see what the hell is going on with the Webverse, and what are they doing, and really dig deep. I would personally, and of course here with the best offer at 0.64. All right, so anyway, obviously there's a little video, and it looks like some kind of crystal shard thing, you know. Yeah, so interesting. Would want to know more. Okay, moving on. So here we are at number 3, and Bored Ape Kennel Club. Bored Ape, again, now this is under Yuga Labs. Okay, interestingly enough. Now again, I know I've heard of these guys before. It's the first time I've seen them anyway with the videos that we've done thus far on the top 10. So quite interesting. And of course, you have they're all dogs. Okay, so and then of course under Yuga Labs. So you'd think that there is some kind of there's definitely some kind of lineage to, of course, Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? So if you look at let's look at them. They got 9,600 items, around 5,600 owners, with a total volume already of 105,000 ETH. Not bad. And of course, 8.79 ETH for one as a floor price. So not cheap at all, and definitely something to consider. Now, would you say against CryptoPunks or Bored Ape Yacht Club, is that cheap? Yeah, I would say absolutely. So really depending on your appetite and your budget, would you jump into this and think that there's a lot of future potential? Okay, and of course here best offer at 8.15. All right, moving on. Okay, so My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Beeble. Okay. Now, so Beeble Blocks presents My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy Genesis Collection. Okay, so now this is not Beeple. So this is where you really want to kind of, it's not, I'm presuming it's not Beeple, the 5,000 days Beeple. This is Beeble. And again, I think this is where a lot of these creators can be quite tricky in terms of how they present their branding. And of course, if you're not that familiar with NFTs or with the NFT market, you might go, oh, this is great. Oh, it's Beeple. Oh, yeah, he's really famous, and jump right into it. Again, so warning right here. Doesn't mean this is not legit, doesn't mean there's no credibility, doesn't mean the art isn't good, but definitely it's not what maybe you're thinking. Anyway, so let's look. There's 1,000 items, 609 owners, 270 volume, not bad, with 0.11. So quite reasonable with the floor price. I mean, I might, even me personally would consider, and this is kind of like my style, but I again want to look a little bit more what's going on. Obviously, it's not Beeple, but it's Beeble, and but what we can say is they are on the top 10. So I'd check the website, and I'd obviously check the Twitter, and I'd see, a little bit more. Again, do your own research, know what you're buying. Don't just FOMO into anything. All right. Okay. But from what I can see, and if this is the art, I have to say, I don't mind it. This is my personal style. I like this kind of stuff, should I say. All right, moving on. So, where are we? So the next one is CryptoPunks. Okay, everybody knows this. If not, you should. Obviously, this is the OG, okay? And again, just interesting how the top 10, okay, I'll say that at the very end. But anyway, CryptoPunks, obviously one of the OG. And look, no floor price because let's just say it's bloody expensive, okay? Okay, moving on. Now, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, again under Yuga Labs. Okay, so we know these guys. These were again one of the OGs, a little bit more affordable maybe than Bored Ape Yacht Clubs. Still 17, 16 ETH, something to consider with the floor price of that. But look at their trading volume. Again, they are now in the top 10 again. They float in and out. But today they're in the top 10. Okay, moving on. Lady Ape Club. Now, obviously, nothing to do with Yuga Labs, but positioned to try to be the I wouldn't say femme fatale, but the yin to the yang, if that makes sense, of Bored Ape Yacht Club. So they only have 700 items, where of course, as we know, a Bored Ape, which is down here in the second, have 10,000. So I guess what they're trying to do is just they could probably add on to this and build on this, but this is Lady Ape Club, not to be confused with the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Okay, these are the females, mostly. Yes, of course they are. All right, moving on. So now we're on Rare Apepe YC Yacht Club. So again, not to be confused with Yuga Labs or Bored Ape Yacht Club. And we can see now here, we've talked about these before. We've seen these guys before. They have 10,000 items, 2,500 with 1.6 total volume and a floor price of a very reasonable, I would say, 0.22 ETH. All right, so definitely something to consider. They've been in the top 10 before, so obviously there's some volume, some interest, some things going on with these guys. So yep, check them out. Again, they've got their social media here, so I would look deeper into that if I was going to get into that. Bored Ape Yacht Club. All right, here we go. So they're at number 9. Now, these are the OG Bored Ape Yacht Clubs and Yuga Labs. And look, we've gone through these guys before, 10,000 items. Let's just look at the floor price, 84 ETH. All right, I'll say it again, 84 ETH. Okay, so let's just even round up, let's just say 1,000 ETH, which we know it's not. It's sitting at 1,700 something US dollars. So let's say that's already 84,000, right? So not for the light-hearted or light-walleted. I mean, you definitely wouldn't be jumping into this with the best offer at 77 ETH or 77,000, if not more, close to 80 whatever, 80 plus. But they are the OG, and this is it. You wouldn't get another bigger brand besides CryptoPunks than Bored Ape Yacht Club. And finally, we got Moonbirds by the Proof Collective. Now, these guys, if you don't know the story, they came in and just literally wiped the NFT market clean when they minted and kind of launched. And a great little story behind it. You can do, again, your research. Of course, you can check them here on Opensea and click on the links in the website, or even just Google or YouTube it, and you'll see a lot of information on them. But, you know, they really proved that, I guess it was great to see just another brand challenging the power and might of CryptoPunks and Bored Ape Yacht Club. Okay, so that's Moonbirds. Now, just a small summary on all these, and just to look at it, and let's just go to the top 10 just to make it easy. But actually, I'll quickly flick through these, but you can see, besides obviously those first two, you've got Yuga Labs, Bored Ape Yacht Club. You've got, okay, Beeple, which isn't actually the real Beeple, but yeah, you got them. But you've got the CryptoPunks, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, Lady Ape Yacht Club, Rare Apepe Yacht Club, and Bored Ape Yacht Club. And you can see where I'm going with this, and you can see obviously the majority of what's up there is, if not the original yacht club, but something that's sounding similar. And I think these are where a lot of NFT collections are obviously trying to ride on. I remember when Azuki first came out, then suddenly you saw a whole bunch that looks and sounds like Azuki, but not really Azuki. So you kind of get, again, if you're not doing your research correctly, or you just mofoing into it, or should I say, sorry, let me strike that, FOMOing into it, not mofo, FOMO, suddenly, boom, you know, you bought into something that isn't actually what you thought you were wanting to buy. So again, do your research. Okay, let's get into the randomizer. Okay, so I'm gonna, again, I'll go 400 here. I'm gonna set and generate 400. Okay, and again, while this is generating, if you haven't already, please smash up the like. It really does help the video, and of course, we really do appreciate it. And again, if you have any comments on this video or the way we're presenting it, or any thoughts and ideas, please put it down in the comments below, and we'll definitely answer you back. And we do appreciate any comments, good or bad. Okay, so we've generated 268. I'm going to go with the first one. You guys all saw that anyway. Okay, now obviously the 7. Let's go 268, because I think let's go further down. Okay, now we've done the top 10, so let's go further down. So I'm going to go further down. Let's go down. So we're going to go 268. Okay, this is I think this is to 100. Okay, scrolling down, down, down. Okay, here we go. 268. Let's have a look at 268, and boom. Okay, well, this is 268. Damien Hirst, the currency. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think we've already done this bad boy. Let's look at Damien Hirst. And we're here now, so let's have a look at it. And I'm going to open up again quickly the website, Discord, Instagram, and Twitter. Okay, and while that's opening up, let's just have a look at this. So 1,800 items, not bad. 1,500 owners, 22,000 total volume, and with the floor price of 5.69 with the best offer at 5. So, all right, obviously close to 6 ETH. Again, something to consider. You're not going to jump into this. You'd really want to know what are you getting. But of course, we all know Damien Hirst, and he's really been one of those, let's say, traditional artists that's very easily and aggressively say, quote unquote, moved into NFTs and has become quite successful, I think, and really has established himself as both obviously that traditional artist, contemporary artist, but really, I wouldn't say one step ahead, but going with the wave of these NFTs from anyway, my perspective and from what I've been reading and seeing. So, which is great. And I think a lot more artists are obviously moving into that. Some have been quite hesitant, thinking, oh, what am I giving away, et cetera, and questioning blockchain and NFTs and crypto and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, Damien Hirst really just said, okay, I'm in. I love the idea. Let's do it. He didn't really say that, but I'm kind of assuming that's what he may have said. So again, we can look at these, and of course, it's the Damien Hirst as we know it. And okay, now let's look into the Damien Hirst, the currency. Now, I could be mistaken if we had already reviewed this or not, but again, I can double confirm that. But maybe we haven't, but we have definitely seen this. Could have been even on the top 10. But quite interesting. So we can look at it. So we've got, not only does it come, you know, with the art, but it's also got some kind of description or title. Longtime enemy, we call you our lovers, 2 blows out. Very interesting. And again, look at Damien Hirst. It's almost like I would say a blue chip artist for NFTs, and you know there's definitely some value there, and definitely the potential resale or secondary market. Let's look. So he's got 20,000 members, very reasonable. Again, I'm not going to click into this, but you've got 20,000 members on the Discord. Let's look at the Instagram. Right. Okay. 48,000 followers, massive following, or let's say decent. Of course, we're always comparing to different projects, but obviously I'm sure this is all organic followers, and of course it's following 334 people. It's always good, I think anyway, to see projects or people, artists following other people as well, so it's not like yeah, I'm the best in the world. And let's have a look at obviously here you can see it's not just obviously that collection, but him as an artist and him himself. Okay, Henny. Okay, I'm reading this. Company and pioneering makes it. Okay, so obviously this is probably the company that works with Damien Hirst. Now it looks like there's other artists here. Andy Warhol. I can just looking down. So obviously they're working with Damien Hirst here. So Henny is another company pioneering art, markets, information. All right, so it's not Damien Hirst. It's Henny. Okay, just to put that out there. And of course, again, Henny is a technology company pioneering arts and market. Okay, so now they've got 14,000 followers. Okay, quite reasonable. Probably just, I wouldn't say they're just starting. When does it stay when they, okay, 2015. So they've been around for 7 years here. But obviously, I'm sure the NFT side really just kind of clicked in. And of course, now working with Damien Hirst, the currency, well, that's an amazing positioning for them. Again, now I haven't particularly heard of Henny. I'm sure they're very established brand and company. But let's have a look at when their last tweet was. Okay, 1 hour ago. Okay, so yep, July 25. Okay, so they're there and they're quite active, 3 hours. You know, yep, great to see. Just obviously looking at this and seeing, you know, I like to see how active they are. All right, so that concludes that concludes our randomizer. Now, again, thank you very much. I know it was a lot of information and we went through it very quickly. Now, if you like this kind of video, again, please smash up the like and hit subscribe, and we'll be rolling out more of these, let's say, daily updates, news and reviews on NFTs. Thank you very much and have a good night.